Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I will be showing you guys a tip about how to place your farms. So one thing that I've noticed is a lot of people have no idea how to place their farms efficiently, so I guess I'll just talk about it. So Spirit of the Law, you guys might know, makes videos on uh, kind of like AoE mathy type things, and so I trust his videos when he says that it's most efficient to put farms on the right side of the TC, like so, right? These farms over here are going to be a little bit more efficient because the villagers don't gather, I think, on the uh, rightmost side of the farms. So this area right here. And so obviously it's closer to drop to the town center, right? That being said, in game situations, if you're ever at risk for building or getting towered, it's usually better to build the farms on the back because what'll happen is if the opponent builds a tower in range of your farms, like in this area here, what you're going to want to do is delete the farms because if you don't delete the farms, then once villagers get done with the existing farms, they'll go on to these farms, the farms that are in range of the tower, and you may lose villagers to the tower. And just losing like one villager is um, it's definitely worth deleting the farms instead of actually keeping them around. Only reason why I might maybe keep one around is if I planned on taking down the tower like relatively quick, but if not, then I would definitely just delete the farms. Anyways, that was just kind of a side note. But anyways, so the right side is the most efficient side. So always start with the right side. So these two farms I think are the most efficient. I'm not really sure the order, but these two are the most efficient. Um, the actual thing I want to talk about here though is I see a lot of people putting down farms like this, and just let me show you. So I see a lot of people putting down farms kind of in this fashion, right? You can kind of see here that there's a lot of areas here where the farms aren't, there's a lot of unused space here, and this isn't good. This isn't a good way to put down farms like this. Another way that people put down farms is like um, this. So put down farms like here, and then they work their way around the TC. And this actually isn't that bad. In this formation, we're actually able to get 8 farms around the town center, so this is pretty nice. Um, it's just not the most efficient way, but this is pretty nice. So this is kind of an intermediate type farm setup, right? But if you guys want to know like what the most efficient farm setup is, so obviously here we have this one tile thing. The most efficient farm setup is going to be um, it's going to be a farm setup where basically, if you look at the town center, each side here is a face, right? There's 4 faces to the town center, right? Now, if you put every single farm on the clockwise side of the face, so here, look at clockwise side of each side of the town center like this, and then add farms in here. This is going to be the most efficient way to put farms around the town center. So you can see having the farms on the clockwise side is going to be the most efficient, but if a lot of times you're trying to do stuff quick in the game, so you don't always have time to always think about like, oh, I got to put it on the clockwise side, or especially later in the game, you have multiple TCs and you don't really care how much where the farm's going. In those situations, obviously farm placement isn't as important, but early game, I think that having the most efficient layout is pretty nice. One thing I'll do sometimes if I have like a straggler tree, like I have a couple straggler trees around my town center, I usually like to chop those with the villagers rather than just like getting rid of them by like putting palisades over or farms over them like this, right? I like to chop them before. Um, so what'll happen is sometimes if I put my farm on like the counterclockwise side of the face, right? You can still do this. You can still do kind of an efficient farm setup. All you have to do is make sure that now you always put it on the counterclockwise side. So like this, right? And you can see here that if I add in extra farms, it still kind of works out nicely. So the thing to remember here, I guess, is just whenever you are putting down farms, always put them down on either the clockwise side or the counterclockwise side of the face of the town center, and that'll make it so that your farms are you always get this nice little ring, and you won't have any empty spaces, so it'll be very, very, very efficient. So yeah, anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Peace.